Does darkness hold the power to swallow light whole? In Noir Haven, it just might. Welcome, friends, to the tale of a mystery that rattled the city to its very core, the disappearance of Isabella Wainwright. In the heart of Noir Haven, shadows slithered across cobblestone streets as the city's finest, Detective Alex Mercer, was called upon to investigate the inexplicable vanishing act of the Wainwright heiress. Mercer, a man of intellect and intuition, was no stranger to the city's underbelly or its secrets. Yet this case was unlike any he had faced before. As Mercer walked through the dimly lit alleyways, his sharp eyes scanned for any clues that might lead him to the truth. The flickering streetlights cast eerie shadows on the graffiti-covered walls, adding to the sense of mystery that hung in the air. He approached the Wainwright mansion, a grand old building that had seen better days. The wrought iron gates creaked open, revealing a neglected garden overgrown with weeds. Mercer's footsteps echoed on the marble steps as he made his way to the front door. Inside, the mansion was filled with faded grandeur. Dust-covered furniture and moth-eaten curtains spoke of a time long gone. Mercer's gaze swept across the room, taking in the ornate chandeliers and the faded portraits that lined the walls. He made his way up the staircase, the wood groaning under his weight. The upper floor was shrouded in darkness, broken only by the occasional beam of moonlight that filtered through the cracked windows. Mercer's hand brushed against the banister, leaving a trail of dust in its wake. As he entered the heiress's bedroom, Mercer's eyes were drawn to a broken mirror on the vanity table. Shards of glass glinted in the moonlight, reflecting a fractured image of the room. He carefully picked up one of the larger pieces, examining it for any signs of a struggle. Outside, the wind howled through the trees, creating an eerie symphony that sent shivers down Mercer's spine. He knew he was getting closer to the truth, but the answers still eluded him. Back at the police station, Mercer pored over the case files, searching for any connections that he might have missed. The room was filled with the sound of typewriters and ringing telephones, a constant reminder of the city's never-ending crime. Days turned into weeks as Mercer tirelessly pursued leads and interviewed witnesses. Each piece of information brought him closer to the truth, but the puzzle was far from complete. Finally, after countless sleepless nights and endless cups of coffee, Mercer pieced together the final clues. The truth was more shocking than he could have ever imagined. In a dramatic showdown, Mercer confronted the culprit, revealing their dark motives and twisted desires. The city held its breath as justice was served, and the Wainwright heiress was finally found. As the sun rose over Noir Haven, casting its golden light on the city's streets, Mercer knew that his work was far from over. There would always be another case, another mystery to unravel. But for now, he could take solace in the fact that he had brought a measure of peace to Noir Haven. Mercer began his investigation at the Wainwright mansion, a colossal edifice that loomed over Noir Haven like a silent sentinel. The family was wealthy beyond imagination, their fortune built on the shipping industry. Yet, despite their wealth, they were now powerless in the face of their daughter's disappearance. Mercer's first step was to comb through Isabella's personal belongings. Among a sea of expensive trinkets and gowns, he found a diary. Isabella's entries revealed a young woman yearning for freedom, a bird wishing to escape its gilded cage. Next, he interviewed the Wainwright staff. The cook, the gardener, the butler, all had stories to tell, but none held the key to the mystery. However, the chauffeur's account stood out. He had driven Isabella to a secret meeting with a mysterious man just days before her disappearance. Mercer, intrigued by this development, delved deeper. The mysterious man turned out to be a sailor named Jack, who worked on one of the Wainwright ships. A man of humble beginnings, Jack was a world away from Isabella's privileged life. Mercer tracked down Jack in the grimy taverns of Noir Haven's dockside. Jack, a rugged man with a heart-shaped locket around his neck, confirmed the secret meetings. He revealed that he and Isabella were in love, planning to escape the confines of Noir Haven together. But their plan was thwarted. The night they were to leave, Isabella never showed up. Jack, heartbroken, assumed she had changed her mind and returned to her luxurious life. But little did he know, she had vanished. Mercer returned to the Wainwright mansion with this newfound information. Upon confronting the family, he discovered a shocking truth. Isabella's mother confessed to knowing about the plan but insisted she had nothing to do with her daughter's disappearance. She had, however, arranged for her daughter to be followed to ensure her safety. The private investigator hired by Mrs. Wainwright was Mercer's last lead. The investigator admitted that he had lost track of Isabella that fateful night. He had seen her boarding a ship, but when he followed, she was nowhere to be found. With all the pieces of the puzzle now in his grasp, Mercer deduced what had transpired. Isabella, yearning for freedom and adventure, had taken her destiny into her own hands. She had boarded a ship, not to meet Jack, but to start a new life, far away from Noir Haven and its gilded cages. And so, the tale of Isabella Wainwright's disappearance concludes not with a tragic end, but with a beginning of a life she chose, a life of freedom and adventure. In the darkness of Noir Haven, Isabella Wainwright found her light, proving that even in the dimly lit city, darkness does not always swallow the light.